Good morning, everybody. I'm Christina, and today I'm going to be guiding you through a morning mobility practice. So this is going to be really great for you if you're looking to just wake up the body, start your day in a good way. You don't need any props to get started, just something soft underneath you. And if this all sounds good to you, we're going to get started right away in a nice seated position. So let's make our way to the mat here, pressing both sit bones into the ground evenly. Let's rest our hands on our knees, finding a nice tall flat back. We can close our eyes here if that feels comfortable. We're going to take a moment just to notice how we feel this morning. So connecting with our body, slowing down the mind, trying not to think of anything we have to do later on. This time right now is for you. Taking a few deep breaths here. If it feels comfortable, you can keep your eyes closed as we bow the chin to our chest. We're just going to start slowly here with some half circles. So moving that neck one way and the other way. Taking your time to wake up. And when you're ready, we can start to make full circles with the neck. So bringing that nose around. And big circles. There should be no pinching here. And let's take the circles to the opposite side. So trying to connect breath with movement here. Good. With your eyes closed, we come back to center, maybe taking a moment to think about our intention. It could be in terms of what we're doing here on the mat, or an intention for your day today. And let's slowly bat the eyes open. Awesome. We're going to come to tabletop position. So bringing your hands underneath your shoulders, your knees in line with your hips. Let's take a couple of cat-cows. So inhale to drop the belly, open the chest, look forward. Exhale, we round and curve, looking towards our thighs. Again, inhale, we drop the belly, look forward. Exhale, we round and curve. So taking a few of these at your own pace. Finding what feels good in your body. Maybe we start to take circles with our shoulders, with our hips, kind of getting off those train tracks, finding what feels good here, and just waking up your body, having fun with it. Playing a little bit here. Good. We'll come back to a neutral tabletop position, and we're going to start waking up those abs. So we're going to bring that right leg straight back behind us, and we're going to raise that left arm forward. Looking forward here, big stretch. Exhale, we're going to round and curve, touching elbow to knee. Inhale, we straighten. Exhale, we crunch inward. Really trying to move with control from your center. So we're moving through this a couple of times. Inhale to straighten. Exhale, elbow to knee. We're going to straighten out one more time, looking forward. We could drop that hand, drop that knee down, and let's take a cat-cow just to refresh. So inhale, drop the belly, open the chest, look forward. Exhale, we round and curve. Good. Coming back to a neutral spine, we're going to take it to the opposite side. So we're going to stretch that left leg back behind us. Open up through the right arm. Flat back here, engage the core. Exhale, we're going to bring elbow to knee. Inhale to straighten. Exhale, we round and curve. So trying to keep your balance by engaging through your core. A couple of these. Breathing. We try to move with control. One more big inhale takes us straight out. Dropping our hands, coming back to a tabletop. We're going to bring our big toes together, our knees out wide, and we're going to sit onto our heels, dropping our chest down, coming to an extended child's pose. So you're going to melt that forehead to the ground as well. Taking a moment here to breathe. Let's walk our hands off the right side of the mat, coming to a side stretch. Maybe you bring the left hands over the right, stretching through the left side body. We'll take it to the opposite side. So walking your hands to the opposite side, maybe bringing one hand on top of the other, stretching in to the right side body here, sinking everything deeper. Good. Let's come back to center. We'll push into those hands to come up, coming to tabletop. We're going to walk our hands a little bit further in front of us, maybe bringing our hands out 45 degrees or so. We're going to tuck those toes under, bring those hips back to come up, and finding our downward facing dog. So pushing evenly into those hands, maybe pedaling out those feet. It is our first downward facing dog. And if you'd like, you can try to find stillness here. Raise those hips a little bit higher. Bring that chest closer to your thighs. Breathing here. Good. Let's go ahead and look forward in between our hands, and we can step, jump, or hop our feet to the front of the mat. Coming to this forward fold. So maybe bend those knees, maybe grip those hands behind your ankles, and release any tension you might be holding in your neck. Breathing here. Inhale to halfway lift, flat back position, look forward. Exhale, we come back down. And inhale, we're going to take a big good morning stretch up to the sky, looking up to your fingertips. And we'll exhale those arms down, coming to our mountain pose at the top of the mount. Good. Let's go ahead and inhale those arms up again. Exhale, we could swan dive forward. Bend those knees. Inhale, we halfway lift, look forward. Exhale, let's drop those hands down. We're going to bring our left foot back. We can drop down on that back left knee, untuck those back left toes. We're going to come up onto our fingertips to look forward, open that chest, and then we inhale to rise, low lunge, pressing down into our hips and reaching up through our hands. So think about the full body experience here. Good. We're going to exhale, those hands come down, and we're going to bring our hips back to straighten through that front leg, stretching through that front hamstring, half splits here. Let's move back and forth through this. So we're going to come forward into a low lunge, and we're going to come back into our half splits. So finding some dynamic movement here. Moving at your own pace. Opening up your hips when you're in your low lunge and stretching through your hamstrings when you're back. Good. The next time you're forward into your low lunge, you can plant your hands on opposite sides of your foot, tuck that back foot under, raising that knee. We're going to push into that left hand and twist, opening our right hand to the sky. Runner's lunge. Let's drop that hand down, and we're gonna bring our right foot to meet our left, high plank. You can drop the knees here or stay where you are. We're gonna slowly lower down to our belly, pushing into those hands, inhaling up to cobra. We could take a baby cobra since it's the morning, or all the way up full cobra. Listen to our bodies. Exhale, we drop the head down. We're gonna tuck those toes under, coming through tabletop, bringing those hips back to come up, downward facing dog. If you need more movement, you can pedal out the hips or the knees here, moving those hips left and right. Or we can find stillness here. Let's take one big breath. Good. We're gonna step that left foot through in between our hands, dropping down on that back right knee, untucking the toes, coming up onto your fingertips, looking forward, opening through the chest. Inhale, we rise up. Low lunge. Exhale, let's drop those hands down, and we're gonna come to our half splits. So bringing those hips back, flexing that front foot, feeling the stretch in your hamstrings. Coming forward, low lunge, and moving through these two positions, right? It's the morning, having fun with it, moving here, breathing. Good. Let's do this a couple more times. And maybe the next time you're back in your low lunge, you can tuck those right toes under, lifting that knee up, planting your right hand down firmly, inhaling to lift up and twist, looking up to the sky, looking up to your left hand, twisting. Exhale, we'll drop that hand back down. Your left foot's gonna meet your right, coming into a high plank. Let's take a vinyasa of your choice. So we're gonna drop down, maybe taking a cobra or coming up to up dog. We're all gonna meet in downward facing dog. So however you get there is okay. Just making it a full body experience. Good. Let's raise that right leg up high. Bring that right foot in between your hands, and inhale, we come up, high lunge. Good. Let's go ahead and open your hands and twist open to the left side, engaging your core for balance. Inhale back to center. Exhale, we drop those hands down. Bringing that right foot to meet the left, high plank. We can drop the knees, take a vinyasa, or gaze straight back to downward facing dog. Up to you. Good. Take a few breaths here in downward facing dog, pressing evenly into your hands, raising those hips high. It doesn't matter if your heels can touch the ground or not. It's not a competition. And then we're going to lift that left leg high, bringing that left foot in between your hands, inhaling up to high lunge, looking forward. And then we're going to open up our hands to the opposite side, looking back towards your right fingertips, twisting here. Inhale back to center. Exhale, those hands come back down. Coming through high plank, we can take a vinyasa or come straight to downward facing dog. Taking a moment here. We're meeting in down dog. And when you're ready, you can look forward in between your hands to jump, step, or hop to the front of the mat. Forward fold. Let's take a ragdoll here. So let go of your hands. Your neck is relaxed. And we're just going to shake everything out, letting everything go. Here. Shake, shake, shake. Find what feels good. And then when you're ready, we're going to take a big good morning stretch up to the sky, looking up above you. Exhale, those hands come back down. I'm gonna come to face you for our last little posture here. I want you to bring your feet in lines with your hips. Your hands come out to your side. Strong mountain pose here. When you're ready, we'll inhale those arms up. Let's go ahead and bring your right hand to your left wrist. We're gonna lean over to the right side. Opening up through the left side body. Inhale to come back through center. Switching our hands and leaning over to the opposite side. We'll come back through center, letting everything go, maybe shaking it out. Awesome work, you guys. So that was our morning mobility practice. Hopefully you're feeling awake and ready to start your day. Thank you so much for joining me, and I hope to see you on the next one. Bye-bye.